Today, we have a captivating question for you. What if the wisest king in history was also the architect of his own downfall? As we delve into the extraordinary life of Solomon, prepare yourself for a journey filled with hidden controversies and the astonishing duality of wisdom and weakness. Here at Bible Stories, we unveil the truths that often go unnoticed. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss the profound revelations that might just transform your understanding of history and faith. In the heart of ancient Jerusalem, beneath a sky that often rumbled with the whispers of divine intervention, a child was born under the shadow of scandal and redemption. His name was Solomon, and his arrival was anything but ordinary. His story begins with a complex tapestry of human emotion and divine purpose woven through the lives of his parents, King David and Bathsheba. Their union was marked not by a grand celebration, but by a series of events that shook the very foundations of David's reign and reverberated throughout the kingdom. Picture this: the bustling streets of Jerusalem, filled with the aroma of burning incense and the distant echoes of psalms being chanted in the temple's sacred halls. The city stands as a vibrant testament to faith and culture, its walls steeped in history and its air charged with anticipation. It is within this ancient city, amidst the clamor of daily life and the solemnity of its spiritual centers, that Solomon's story begins, a tale that would intertwine the threads of prophecy and destiny. The story of Solomon's birth is rooted in the dramatic narrative found in 2 Samuel 11 and 12, where we learn of King David's illicit relationship with Bathsheba, the wife of Uriah the Hittite. This union, born out of desire and betrayal, leads to a series of tragic events, including the orchestrated death of Uriah and the subsequent judgment that falls upon David's household. Yet, amidst this turmoil, the prophet Nathan emerges as a pivotal figure, a man whose words would shape the very destiny of Solomon. Nathan, a prophet known for his courage and unwavering commitment to God's truth, steps onto the stage with a message that would alter the course of David's life and, by extension, Solomon's future. In 2 Samuel 12:7-14, Nathan confronts David with a parable that exposes his sin, leading the king to a moment of repentance and humility. It is through Nathan's prophetic counsel that David's path is redirected, paving the way for Solomon's eventual rise to the throne. But Nathan's influence extends beyond mere correction. He becomes a guardian of sorts for Solomon, ensuring that David's promise to Bathsheba, that her son would succeed him as king, would be fulfilled. This promise is not just a matter of political maneuvering, but a testament to the divine orchestration at play, a reminder that even in the depths of human failing, there is a plan that transcends understanding. As we delve deeper into Solomon's life, we must consider the role of these early influences: the shadow of scandal, the weight of prophecy, and the guiding hand of a prophet. They form the intricate backdrop against which Solomon's wisdom and eventual downfall would unfold. Could it be that these very elements, the scandal and the prophecy, set the stage for a legacy both glorious and tragic? As we continue our exploration, we invite you to ponder the complexities of destiny and the unseen forces that shape the lives of those chosen for greatness. What if Solomon's story, with all its twists and turns, holds lessons still relevant to our understanding of faith and leadership today. As the sun set over the kingdom of Israel, casting long shadows across the sacred city of Jerusalem, a new chapter in the royal saga was about to unfold. The transition of power from the aging King David to his son Solomon was anything but straightforward. It was a time marked by intense political intrigue and a labyrinth of power struggles. As chronicled in 1 Kings chapters 1 and 2, where ambition and divine destiny danced in a delicate balance. The drama begins as Adonijah, another son of David, declared himself king. He was the natural heir in the eyes of many, with the support of key figures like Job, the commander of the army, and Abiathar the priest. Yet behind the scenes, Nathan the prophet and Bathsheba, Solomon's mother, were orchestrating a different outcome. Nathan, known for his keen strategic insight, recognized the danger of Adonijah's claim. He approached Bathsheba with a plan to remind King David of his solemn vow that Solomon, not Adonijah, would inherit the throne. Bathsheba, with Nathan's guidance, approached the ailing king, recounting the promise made long ago. The scene was ripe with tension as she pleaded for her son's rightful place, aware that the very future of Israel hung in the balance. Nathan's entry into this fraught situation was no accident. His timing was impeccable, entering directly after Bathsheba to reinforce her plea, creating a united front that David could scarcely ignore. Through their combined efforts, the promise was reaffirmed and Solomon was anointed as king in a ceremony filled with the echoes of prophecy. Solomon's rise wasn't merely the result of divine decree. It was a masterclass in political maneuvering where wisdom and ambition intertwined. Upon securing his throne, Solomon was quick to consolidate his power. In a series of decisive actions, he eliminated potential threats. Adonijah was executed, and his supporters were either banished or killed. This ruthless ambition, though shocking, was perhaps necessary for a ruler seeking to stabilize a kingdom teetering on the edge of chaos. Yet, as we ponder these events, we encounter a compelling theme: the juxtaposition of wisdom with ruthless ambition. Solomon, often lauded for his unparalleled wisdom, is introduced here in a light that reveals the complex nature of leadership. Could it be that the same wisdom that would later define his reign also demanded the brutal clarity of action that secured his throne? This duality raises questions about the nature of power itself. In examining Solomon's ascension, we are reminded that wisdom is not always gentle. Sometimes it demands difficult choices that test the very soul of a leader. As you reflect on these early days of Solomon's reign, consider how the blend of insight and ambition shaped not only his destiny, but the legacy of a kingdom. What lessons might we draw from this ancient narrative, and how do they resonate with the challenges of leadership today? Solomon's story invites us to explore the paradoxes of power and the wisdom required to wield it. As the stars shimmered softly over Gibeon's ancient landscape, the night air was filled with a profound silence, a silence that seemed to cradle the secrets of the universe. It was here, in this sacred stillness, that Solomon lay resting, his mind a swirl of responsibility and hope. In this tender moment, the veil between the earthly and the divine thinned, allowing for a momentous dream to unfold. A dream that would forever alter the course of history. In the depth of night, when the world was draped in shadows, and the only sounds were the gentle whispers of the wind, Solomon experienced a vision of unparalleled significance. "Ask what I shall give thee," came the resonant voice of God, breaking the silence with a divine invitation, as recorded in 1 Kings 3:5. Imagine the weight of this moment, the air thick with the presence of the Almighty, as Solomon, with the innocence of youth and the wisdom of humility, responded not with requests for wealth or power, but for an understanding heart to govern his people. "Give thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad," Solomon implored, his words echoing into the celestial expanse. This request, simple yet profound, pleased the Lord, who granted Solomon a heart of wisdom so unparalleled that none like him had ever existed, nor would there ever be a 1 Kings 3:9-1. This divine encounter was not merely a personal blessing, but a defining moment that would shape the very essence of Solomon's reign. From this dream emerged a king whose wisdom became legendary, not just within the borders of Israel, but across the known world. The wisdom granted to Solomon at Gibeon became the cornerstone of his reign, influencing his decisions and the prosperity of his kingdom. It was a gift that transcended the earthly realm, imbuing Solomon with the ability to discern the profound intricacies of human nature and the divine laws that govern existence. But what were the broader implications of this divine endowment? Solomon's wisdom was both a blessing and a burden, a double-edged sword that would guide his hand in building a kingdom renowned for justice and prosperity. Yet it would also lead him down paths of introspection and existential questioning. The dream at Gibeon was a reminder of the potential within every leader to rise above personal ambition for the greater good. Yet it also foreshadowed the inner conflicts that would eventually surface in Solomon's life. As we reflect on this pivotal encounter, it invites us to consider the deeper truths about divine gifts and human responsibility. Could it be that the wisdom bestowed upon Solomon was not just for governance, but a divine challenge to balance insight with integrity? This moment at Gibeon, steeped in the supernatural, urges us to ponder the complexities of spiritual gifts and the human heart, challenging us to seek understanding and compassion in our own lives. In this tale of a king and his divine dream, we find a narrative rich with lessons on leadership, responsibility, and the profound effect of divine intervention. As the story of Solomon continues to unfold, we are beckoned to question, how might this ancient wisdom speak to us today? And what can we learn from Solomon's quest to balance wisdom with the human condition? As we continue our exploration of Solomon's life, we arrive at an episode that truly captures the essence of his legendary wisdom. A moment immortalized in the annals of history and scripture. The judgment of Solomon. Imagine the scene: 2 women, each with tear-streaked faces and trembling hands, standing before the young king, their voices a cacophony of desperation and grief. The dispute is over a child, each claiming to be the rightful mother. This is a tale recounted in 1 Kings 3:16-28, a narrative that not only showcases Solomon's keen insight, but also serves as a testament to his burgeoning reputation. In the silence of the royal court, with all eyes fixed upon him, Solomon faces a dilemma that seems impossible to resolve. The cries of the women echo through the hall, each plea a poignant reminder of the stakes involved. How does one discern truth from falsehood in a matter so deeply entangled with emotion and deceit? Solomon's solution is as audacious as it is ingenious. He calls for a sword, proposing to divide the living child in two, offering each woman half, a decree that shocks and horrifies those present. Yet, this startling command is a masterstroke of psychological insight. The true mother, driven by a love that transcends self-interest, immediately relinquishes her claim, choosing the child's life over her own heartbreak. Her reaction reveals the truth that no argument could, and Solomon promptly awards her custody, restoring the child to his rightful mother. This judgment, though simple in its finality, reverberates through the kingdom, solidifying Solomon's status as a ruler of unparalleled wisdom. But there's more to this story than meets the eye. Solomon's decision is a profound demonstration of the balance between justice and mercy, intellect and empathy. It is a moment that encapsulates the very nature of wisdom, not just the ability to discern facts, but to understand the human heart and the complexities within it. Through this act, Solomon not only settles a dispute, but also establishes a moral precedent that echoes through generations. His wisdom becomes a beacon, drawing the admiration and respect of his subjects and neighboring nations alike. The public perception of Solomon shifts, dramatically following this judgment. He is no longer merely the heir to David's throne. He is a king whose wisdom borders on the divine. This newfound reputation is not just a personal accolade, but a strategic asset that strengthens his rule, fostering stability and reverence within his kingdom. The people of Israel, witnessing the depths of his insight, are reassured of their king's capability to lead with justice and discernment. As we reflect on this pivotal episode, we are invited to consider the broader implications of wisdom in leadership. Solomon's judgment is a reminder that true wisdom involves more than knowledge. It requires empathy, courage, and the ability to see beyond the surface. This ancient story challenges us to ponder the qualities we value in our leaders today, urging us to seek those who, like Solomon, can navigate the intricate tapestry of human nature with both insight and compassion. In the heart of Jerusalem, a monumental task was set in motion that would leave an indelible mark on history: the construction of the first temple, a sanctuary destined to be a beacon of divine presence and human aspiration. This grand edifice, as detailed in 1 Kings 6, was more than just a building. It was an architectural marvel, a testament to the glory of God and the wisdom of King Solomon. Imagine the scene: skilled craftsmen from every corner of the kingdom converging at the Temple Mount, their tools echoing against the stone as they worked in harmony to bring Solomon's vision to life. The temple's design was nothing short of extraordinary, reflecting celestial beauty and divine order. Its dimensions were precisely specified, with the inner sanctuary, known as the Holy of Holies, housing the Ark of the Covenant, a sacred space where heaven touched earth. The walls were overlaid with pure gold, the floors rich with cedar, and the carvings of cherubim, palm trees, and open flowers adorned the interiors, creating an atmosphere of awe and reverence. This was not merely a building. It was a physical manifestation of the covenant between God and Israel, a place where the divine presence would dwell among his people. Central to the temple's construction was Solomon's alliance with Hiram of Tyre, a strategic partnership that underscored the interconnectedness of kingdoms in the ancient world. Hiram, king of a wealthy Phoenician city, state-renowned for its cedar forests and skilled artisans, played a pivotal role in this ambitious project. In exchange for wheat and olive oil, Hiram supplied Solomon with the finest materials and craftsmen, ensuring that the temple would be built to the highest standards. This alliance reflects a symbiotic relationship where trade and diplomacy transcended borders, uniting two great leaders in their quest for glory. Yet, the temple's significance extended far beyond its architectural splendor. It was a fulfillment of divine instructions, a testament to God's promise to King David that his son would build a house for the Lord's name. In 1 Kings 6:13, God assures Solomon, "As for this temple you are building, if you follow my decrees, carry out my regulations, and keep all my commands, and obey them, I will fulfill through you the promise I gave to David your father. And I will live among the Israelites, and will not abandon my people Israel." This covenant was woven into the very fabric of the temple, symbolizing a perpetual bond between the divine and the earthly. As we ponder the significance of this sacred structure, we are reminded of the intricate balance between human endeavor and divine will. The temple was not merely a monument to architectural genius, but a sacred space where the divine narrative and human history converged. It stood as a reminder of the responsibilities that come with divine favor and the enduring quest for spiritual fulfillment. In the echoes of the chisels and hammers, we hear the timeless call to honor the sacred, to build not just with hands, but with hearts attuned to the divine purpose. What lessons might we draw from this ancient endeavor as we seek to construct our own temples of faith and understanding today? In the annals of Solomon's reign, there exists an encounter that would forever alter his legacy, adding yet another layer to his already complex tapestry of wisdom and wealth. Enter the Queen of Sheba, a figure shrouded in mystery and marvel, whose visit to Jerusalem is chronicled in 1 Kings 10:13. This meeting was not merely a diplomatic exchange, but a profound test of Solomon's famed intellect and riches, a scene that resonates with the whispers of intrigue and the clash of cultural titans. Picture the scene. The Queen of Sheba, a monarch of equal repute, arrives with a caravan as opulent as it is enigmatic, laden with spices, gold, and precious stones. The desert sun glints off treasures designed to impress and challenge the king of Israel. Her journey from the distant lands of Sheba, possibly modern-day Yemen or Ethiopia, was driven by tales of Solomon's extraordinary wisdom and the grandeur of his court. But she came not only to witness his splendor, she came to test it. With questions designed to probe the depths of knowledge and discernment, the Queen of Sheba sought to uncover whether Solomon's renown was mere myth or divine truth. Imagine the tension in the air as she posed riddles and inquiries, each question a veiled challenge to his intellect. Yet Solomon, with his God-given wisdom, answered each one with ease, leaving her astounded. It was an intellectual dance, a contest of wits that confirmed not just his sagacity, but the authenticity of his reputation. As much as this meeting was about testing wisdom, it was also an exchange of wealth and culture. In return for her gifts, Solomon bestowed upon the queen all she desired and more, sharing the bounty of his own prosperity. This mutual recognition of power and intellect solidified a bond between their nations, marking a moment of significant cultural exchange. The gifts exchanged were more than material. They symbolized a deeper understanding and respect between two great peoples. The implications of this encounter rippled across the ancient world, enhancing Solomon's international reputation. His court became a beacon of wisdom and prosperity, attracting envoys and traders from distant lands. The meeting with the Queen of Sheba was more than a diplomatic triumph. It was a testament to the widespread acknowledgement of Israel's prominence under Solomon's rule. This cultural and intellectual exchange not only elevated Solomon's status, but also illustrated the interconnectedness of ancient civilizations. As we reflect upon this historical narrative, we are invited to ponder the deeper significance of such encounters. What can we learn from the Queen of Sheba's visit about the nature of wisdom, wealth, and cultural exchange? How do these ancient interactions resonate with our modern quest for understanding and collaboration? The story of the Queen of Sheba and Solomon challenges us to consider the lasting impact of wisdom that transcends borders, inviting us to seek connections that enrich and enlighten across the tapestry of humanity. In the realm of ancient wisdom and poetic expression, King Solomon's literary contributions stand as monumental pillars of insight. Exploring the depths of human experience and divine interaction, his writings, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and the Song of Songs, are not just relics of a bygone era. They are vibrant testaments to the complexities of life that continue to resonate through the ages. Imagine Solomon, the king renowned for his unparalleled wisdom, sitting in quiet contemplation, penning words that would echo throughout history. The book of Proverbs, often characterized by its succinct and potent aphorisms, serves as a manual of wisdom. It is a collection of sayings and teachings that encapsulate moral lessons and practical guidance for living a life aligned with divine principles. In Proverbs 1:7, we are reminded, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, a profound truth that positions reverence for the divine as the cornerstone of understanding." Proverbs is more than a book of rules. It is a reflection of Solomon's quest to distill the essence of wisdom into a form accessible to all. Transitioning from the pragmatic wisdom of Proverbs, Ecclesiastes offers a starkly different perspective. Here, Solomon adopts the voice of the preacher, engaging in a philosophical exploration of life's meaning, a venture into existential contemplation. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. He declares in Ecclesiastes 1:22, capturing the ephemeral nature of human pursuits and the existential angst that accompanies our quest for purpose. In this work, Solomon confronts the fleeting nature of worldly achievements, prompting readers to seek fulfillment beyond the temporal. It is a text that speaks to the soul's yearning for eternal truths amid life's transient pleasures. Then there is the Song of Songs, a lyrical masterpiece that celebrates the beauty of love in its most intimate form. This poetic dialogue between lovers is a vivid tapestry of desire, passion, and the sanctity of love, a divine gift to be cherished. In Song of Songs 2, Kai 10, we read, "Arise, my love, my beautiful one, and come away," a call that transcends time, inviting us into the sacred dance of romance. While often interpreted allegorically as a reflection of God's love for His people, it also stands as an ode to the profound connection between human souls. These writings collectively offer a glimpse into Solomon's personal journey, revealing the multifaceted nature of his wisdom. They are not merely academic exercises. They are windows into the heart and mind of a king grappling with the grand themes of life. Through Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and the Song of Songs, Solomon invites us to ponder the intricate dance of wisdom, reflection, and love, a dance that continues to captivate and challenge us today. As we delve into these ancient texts, we are beckoned to consider their relevance in our own lives. How does Solomon's exploration of wisdom, existential reflection, and love inform our understanding of the divine and the human condition? In a world where the search for meaning and connection remains as urgent as ever, Solomon's writings offer timeless insights that invite us to engage deeply with the mysteries of existence. As the sun set over Solomon's vast kingdom, casting long shadows over the city of Jerusalem, the king's heart began to stray from the path of wisdom that had defined his early reign. In the twilight of his life, Solomon, once celebrated for his divine insight and judicious rule, found himself entangled in a web of political alliances and spiritual infidelity. This chapter of Solomon's story, detailed in 1 Kings 11:1-13, is a sobering testament to the perils of compromise and the unforeseen consequences of divided loyalties. Imagine the grandeur of Solomon's court, a kaleidoscope of cultures and languages, as foreign dignitaries and their entourages filled the royal halls. Solomon, in his quest for political stability and regional peace, had entered into numerous marriages with foreign women, princesses from Moab, Ammon, Edom, Sidon, and beyond. These alliances, while strengthening his political ties, sowed the seeds of spiritual discord within the kingdom. The king, once steadfast in his devotion to the God of Israel, began to accommodate the religious practices of his wives, building high places for foreign deities such as Ashtoreth and Molech. The scent of incense hung heavy in the air, mingling with the chants of foreign priests, as altars to gods unknown infiltrated the sacred landscape of Israel. In a kingdom once unified by the worship of Yahweh, a profound spiritual dissonance emerged. The very wisdom that had established Solomon's fame now seemed overshadowed by a burgeoning apostasy that threatened the nation's covenantal identity. God's response to Solomon's idolatry was both direct and devastating. In 1 Kings 11:11, the Lord declared, "Since this is your attitude, and you have not kept my covenant and my decrees, I will most certainly tear the kingdom away from you." This divine pronouncement was not merely a reflection of anger, but a necessary act of justice, a reminder that even the wisest of men are bound by the laws of the divine. The prophecy of the kingdom's division was a harbinger of the tumultuous era that would follow Solomon's reign, a poignant reminder of the fragility of human power when divorced from spiritual integrity. In contemplating Solomon's downfall, we are confronted with the intricate dance between political pragmatism and spiritual fidelity. What lessons might we draw from this ancient narrative? Could it be that Solomon's story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of allowing worldly pursuits to overshadow divine commitments? As we ponder these questions, we are invited to reflect on our own lives, considering how the allure of compromise might lead us away from our core values. Solomon's legacy, once a beacon of divine wisdom, now stands as a complex tapestry of triumph and tragedy. Through his story, we witness the inevitable consequences of divided devotion, urging us to seek a balance that honors both political acumen and unwavering faith. As the echoes of Solomon's reign reverberate through history, they challenge us to consider the enduring impact of our choices on both our spiritual journey and the world we seek to influence. As we reach the final chapter in the saga of King Solomon, we are compelled to confront the dual legacy he left behind. A legacy that serves as both a beacon of wisdom and a cautionary tale of moral failure. It is a tale that intricately weaves the strands of profound insight and human frailty, leaving us with lessons that resonate far beyond the pages of Scripture. Solomon's reign stands as a testament to the intoxicating allure of wisdom, a gift he wielded with unparalleled finesse. His ability to discern complex matters, as evidenced in the judgment of Solomon, and his profound contributions to literature, such as Proverbs and Ecclesiastes, mark him as a towering figure of intellect. Yet, alongside these achievements rests the shadow of his moral decline, a decline rooted in the very foundations of human nature that Solomon himself explored with such depth. Consider, for a moment, the very essence of power. Is it a force for good or a path fraught with peril? Solomon's life invites us to ponder this question deeply. His wisdom was a divine gift, yet it was not enough to shield him from the seductive whispers of ambition and indulgence. As the architect of his own downfall, Solomon's story beckons us to reflect on the fragile balance between genius and hubris. Could it be that the same intellect that brought him glory also sowed the seeds of his ruin? The dichotomy of Solomon's legacy challenges us as to examine the nature of wisdom itself. What happens when the search for knowledge is divorced from moral integrity? Solomon's alliances, his marriages to foreign princesses, and the subsequent idolatry that ensued illustrate the perilous journey from wisdom to moral decay. This duality serves as a mirror reflecting the complexities of the human condition, a reminder that true wisdom encompasses not just the intellect, but the heart and spirit as well. As we delve into the legacy of Solomon, provocative questions arise. Can power truly be wielded without corruption? Is wisdom alone sufficient to guide a life of righteousness? Solomon's narrative compels us to question the very foundations of leadership and the responsibilities that accompany divine gifts. In our quest for understanding, we are urged to contemplate the lessons embedded in his story, lessons that challenge us to seek a wisdom that is both profound and pure. In closing, Solomon's legacy is a multifaceted tapestry of triumph and tragedy, offering insights into the perennial struggle between wisdom and folly. It serves as a call to each of us to consider how we might balance the pursuit of knowledge with the imperative of ethical living. As we ponder these reflections, let us ask ourselves, how can we learn from Solomon's life to better navigate our own journeys, ensuring that our quest for wisdom leads us not to downfall, but to a life of enduring integrity and purpose? As we draw the curtain on the intricate tapestry of Solomon's life and reign, we find ourselves immersed in a story that defies simplistic conclusions. Solomon was a monarch of grand vision, whose wisdom and achievements left an indelible mark on history. Yet, his life also serves as a cautionary tale of how unchecked ambition and divided loyalties can lead even the wisest of leaders astray. His legacy is one of stark contrasts, of wisdom and folly, of devotion and apostasy. These dualities prompt us to reflect on the enduring complexities of leadership and faith. What do Solomon's triumphs and tribulations reveal about the nature of power and wisdom? How do his accomplishments and failures resonate within our own spiritual journeys? As we ponder these questions, we are invited to consider the broader implications of Solomon's story. It challenges us to look beyond the surface, urging us to seek wisdom that is not only profound, but also governed by integrity and humility. As you contemplate the echoes of Solomon's reign, we encourage you to explore the myriad of stories and mysteries that the Bible offers. Each narrative holds its own revelations, inviting us to uncover truths that transcend time. What other lessons lie hidden within the sacred texts? How might they reshape our understanding of faith and life? We urge you to embark on these explorations with us, delving into the depths of biblical stories that continue to inspire and provoke thought. Join us on this journey through the annals of Scripture, where every story is a stepping stone to greater insight. Let the life of Solomon be a reminder that the pursuit of wisdom is a lifelong endeavor, rich with challenges and rewards. As we conclude this chapter, remember that the Bible is an eternal source of wonder, always waiting to reveal its secrets to those who seek.